Hariom, let's start. Shall start with prayer. Sit straight. Sit straight. Back erect. Head straight. Normal breathe. Shall inhale for Omkar. 3 times Omkar. शांति शांति शांति. गुरुवंदना. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर् गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः. गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. ओम. योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचा मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपात्करोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीनां पताञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरानतोऽस्मि. ओम शांति शांति शांति. Silent for some moments. Take deep breath. Hands in namaskar. Rub your palm. Put palms on face. Transfer energy on face. और मुस्कुराते हुए gently open your eyes. Hari Om. So let's begin our practice. We shall perform first please switch on your video. We shall perform Sukshma Vyayam. From standing position. We shall start from Vakshasthara Shakti Vikasa. Stand straight, legs together, hands on thighs. Inhale and take hands back. Bend from your upper chest, bend from chest. Exhale now. Once again, inhale. Exhale. Now next, Vakshasthara Kriya number 2, Vakshasthara Vikasa Kriya number 2. In a row, you have to rotate hand, keep them back like this. While inhaling, you have to take hands back while rotating. While exhaling, back. Do it one more time. One more time. Vokjasthal Kriya, Shakti Vikas. Now we shall start with Kati Shakti Vikasa Kriya. Kati Shakti Vikasa Kriya. Legs together. Form fist of right hand. Hold it back. Catch it with your left hand. Inhale and bend back. While exhaling, bend forward. Repeat it again. While inhaling, come straight. Kriya number 2. Kati Shakti Vikasa Kriya number 2. Separate your legs. 1 feet distance between leg, shoulder level distance in your two legs. Keep hands on wrist. Inhale and bend back. While exhaling, bend forward. Inhaling, bend back. While exhaling, bend forward. Next, Kati Shakti Vikasa Kriya number 3. Legs together. On the fist. This is where to perform. While bending, you have to perform exhale with jerk. Inhale and bend back. Now, while exhaling, you take jerk and bend forward. So perform this practice every day regularly. Corona will not affect you at all. Your lungs capacity will improve a lot, and if at all there are impurities in your lung, those will be thrown out. Stop practice. Next, stand straight, legs together, stop practice, hands aside. You have to bend to the right. While exhale, bend right, hand should be straight in one line, correct? Inhale, center, exhale, bend left, center. Again, one more. Bend to the right, inhale, center, exhale, bend left, center. Stop practice. Now, Kati Shakti Vikasa Kriya number 5. We have to swing the trunk. Hands straight. Shoulder level distance between two hands. Now, exhale and bend right. You have to bend through your waist. Try to look at your right finger. Inhale, center. And exhale, bend left, center. Exhale, bend right. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend left. Inhale, come center. Next, we shall perform Janga Shakti Vikasa Kriya. Janga Shakti Vikasa Kriya, jumping jack. Inhale, up, exhale, down. So let's start. Jumping jack, we have to perform it for 20 times. Start. Stop practice. Now we shall reverse breathing. So now, first we have to inhale and jump while exhaling. Right? So while exhale, you should be up. While going down, you have to inhale. Let's start. Inhale and start while exhaling. Stop practice. Stop. Now Janga Shakti Vikasa Kriya. Number 2, we have to go into squatting. So legs together, stand straight, legs together, hands in front of the body, hands parallel to the ground. Now you have to inhale and bend at the knees and go down as if you are sitting in chair. Back should be straight. So back straight, go down. All of you perform. Breathe normal. Legs together. Try to touch knees together. Keep knees together. Breathe normal. While inhaling, come. Shall perform this one more time. Ready? So while exhaling, go down. Bend at knees. Sit at chair. Sit in the chair. Back straight. Come up. While inhaling, come up. Next, we shall perform Natarajasana. Legs together, Natarajasana. Hands aside. Legs, feet together. Now you have to bend while exhaling. Go down. So keep distance between your knees. Increase distance between your knees. And take up your heel. Heels up. Go down. Heels up. Go down. Keep your balance. While inhaling, come up. Hands down. Exhaling, hands down. We'll perform today one more Kriya, that is Pindali Shakti Vikasa Kriya. Pindali Shakti Vikasa Kriya, which is good for calf. So let's understand. I shall demonstrate this. Watch here. Stand straight. Legs together. Hands will be in front. Now, while exhaling, you have to go down. While inhaling, come up. Rotate hands, and then while exhaling, you have to push hands down as if you are using pump and you are feeding air in cycle. As you are pumping in cycle. So something like this. Correct? So one more time, look here. While exhaling, you have to go down. While inhaling, come up. Again. So when you come up, then you have to rotate your hand, bring hand forward, and then bring hand near chest, and while exhaling, forcefully force the air out. So let's perform पिंडली शक्ति विकास क्रिया. Bring hands forward. Now while exhaling, go down. While exhaling, go down. Then inhale, rotate your hand and hands down. Repeat it one more time. Exhale, go down. While inhaling, come up, rotate your hands and exhale out. Good. Now, let us perform whole body warm up. That is, we shall perform Hridagati. So, we shall perform Hridagati for half minute. Take position for Hridagati. And while jumping, start Hridagati. Try to touch your buttocks. Leg should touch the buttocks. Continue further. Very good. Stop. Take long breath. You can bend little bit forward and take long breath. Take long breath. So you will be resting quickly. Now be ready for sun salutation, Surya Namaskar. We shall pray to sun. आदित्यस्य नमस्कारं ये कुर्वन्ति दिने दिने आयु प्रज्ञा बलं वीर्यं तेजस्तु तेजांशु जायते. Come at the east side of your mat. You should be facing to east side. Hands in namaskar. You have to stand straight. Look at your posture. Should be straight. Repeat mantra along with me. Om Mitraya Namaha. Hastottanasana. While exhaling, Padhastasana. Now right foot back side. Ek Padhastasana. Parvatasana. Try to touch your feet to the ground. Ashtangasana. Hold your feet, perform Ashtangasana. Bhujangasana. See that your hips are touching to the ground. Look at the top. Again, Parvatasana. Ashvasanchalan. Ashvasanchalan. Padhastasana. Hastottanasana. Pramanas. Again, Hastottanasana. Padhastasana. Ashvasanchalan. Parvatasana. Ashtangasana. भुजंगासन, पर्वतासन, अश्व संचालन, पादहस्तासन, हस्तोत्तानासन and Pramanasan. Repeat more. Let me watch how you are performing. Hastottanasana. While exhaling, Padastasana, slowly, without jerk, you have to perform movements. Now, left leg back, Ashwa Sanchalan. Parvatasana. Now, Ashtangasana. Eight parts of body will touch ground, Ashtangasana. Now, Bhujangasana. Hip should touch to the ground. You should not raise hip. Parvatasana. Parvatasana. Now, Ashwa Sanchalan. Padhastasana. Hastottanasana. Pramanasana. You should not bend your hand. Bending in hand, keep hand straight. Always keep hand straight. Let's repeat it. 2 more rounds are remaining. Hastottanasana. Padhastasana. Ashwa Sanchalan. Parvatasana. Ashtangasana. Bhujangasana. Parvatasana. Ashwa Sanchalan. Padhastasana. Hastottanasana. Namaskar. Last round. Hope you are performing with breath. Pay attention to the breath also. Inhale and Hastottanasana. While exhaling, Padhastasana. Inhale, Ashwa Sanchalan. Parvatasana. Hold breath, Ashtangasana. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Parvatasana. Ashwa Sanchalan. Padhastasana. While inhaling, Hastottanasana. Pramanasana. Very good. Relax. Let us take Shavasana. So lie on back. Please lie on back. Let's perform Shavasana. Lie on back. Distance between feet, hands aside the body, 6 inches apart from the body. Relax your body, mind. Relax as much as you can. Don't think on anything. If you are getting any thoughts, let them pass away. Don't react on those thoughts. Just relax your mind. Uttanam Shavadbhumo Shanam Tachavasanam शवासनम श्रांतिहरम चित्त विश्रांति कारकम। हमारे चित्त को हमें शांत करना है ताकि we can concentrate further in our activities. Calm your mind. Just visualize your body from toe to head with your closed eye. Look at your feet, left feet, then left knee, right feet, right knee, thighs, left thigh, right thigh. Look at your waist, abdomen, back. See that your back is completely rested, touching to the ground. Look at your chest. Heartbeats are normal. You are fully resting now. Look at your left hand, right hand. Palms are facing towards top. So observe your body completely. Look at your neck, head. Breathe normal. Breathe normal. Relax fully. Now be ready to release Shavasana. Move your hands little bit. Fingers, move your fingers. Move your leg fingers. Joint legs together. Joint hands near body. Keep hands near body. Now move hands above the head. Move hands above the head. Stretch hand upwards. Stretch leg downwards. Stretch the body completely. Stretch the hand, legs completely. Good. One more time. Stretch, stretch it, stretch, stretch, stretch. Very good. Now bend to the left and come in sitting posture. So we shall continue our practicing with asanas. Asana practice will give us stairya, arogya, and lightness feeling, which is very important for us. So we shall perform first supine position asanas. So let's all of you lie down on back. We shall perform supine asana first. So the first asana which we have practiced on supine, we have already learned this. You have to practice it now. Uttana Padasana. It's a revision for all of you. Uttana Padasana. Lie down on back. You have to take your legs up. That is Uttana Padasana. Lie down on back quickly. Legs straight. Hands near body. Exhale. And while inhaling, you have to bring legs up. Bring legs up as much as you can at 45 degree, 90 degree. 90 degrees is last position. First, keep legs at 45 degrees. This is Uttana Padasana at 45 degrees only. 45 degrees. Hold the legs position. While exhaling, come down. Slowly bring your legs. So you are performing Uttana Padasana. You have to lift leg to the 45 degrees, not more than 45 degrees. Okay. So let's repeat one more time. Uttana Padasana. While inhaling, you have to lift legs slowly. First towards 30 degrees, then 45 degrees, and hold the position. Hold the position, leg straight, no bending in the leg. No bending in the leg. Keep legs straight. Keep them straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Slowly, while exhaling, bring legs down. Next, we shall practice Ardha Halasana. In Ardha Halasana, you have to bring legs to the 90 degrees of the body. So be ready, we shall practice Ardha Halasana. So you have to bring legs in steps at 30 degrees, 60 degrees, and then 90 degrees. Okay? So you have to hold at 30 degrees little bit for 2 counts, then 60 degrees 2 count, then 90 degrees. We shall keep legs lifted at the 90 degrees for 5 counts. So be ready. Exhale, and while inhaling, inhale and lift your leg at 30 degrees. Hold there. 1, 2. Now 60 degrees. Hold there. Hold there. 60 degrees. Hold there. Now 90 degrees. Hold legs at 90 degrees. No bending at the leg. Breathe normal. We shall hold it for 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now exhale slowly. Come at 60 degrees. Hold there. Come at 30 degrees. Hold there. And gradually you have to come to the ground. See, don't come at one step. This stepwise is very important. Otherwise, you will have pain in the muscles. So that's why slow movements are recommended. Next, we shall perform Setu Bandhasana. Setu Bandhasana, which we have learned yesterday. Setu Bandhasana, that is bridge pose. Lie down. You have to bring legs near hip. Try to hold your ankle and then lift hip up. Setu Bandhasana. Perform Setu Bandhasana. Now, while exhaling, come down. Bring your hip down slowly. So, perform Setu Bandhasana. Just Setu Bandhasana. Let's come at the sitting position. Legs straight. Come at the sitting position. Today we shall learn new asana, which is called as Saral Matsyasana. So let's perform. I'll show you what is Saral Matsyasana, and then we shall learn about. I'll give you demonstration of that, and then we'll practice Saral Matsyasana. Matsya and fish in Sanskrit. Saral means simple. So we shall perform simple Matsyasana. We shall not perform full Matsyasana. Full Matsyasana is different pose. It is done with Padmasana. We shall not perform that. We shall perform Sarala Matsyasana. Simple fish pose. In this, our body resembles like a fish. That was name given to this asana as Matsyasana. You have to, how it has to perform. You have to lie down on your back. Then, either using hand like this or using elbows help, you have to bring your chest. You have to lift your chest as much as you can, and afterwards you have to bend neck back like this. So this portion of throat will be expanded. There will be full expansion on this. Because of this expansion, the benefits I'll explain later on. So there will be expansion here. You will try to keep crown of your thread to the ground. Correct? So this is Matsyasana, Saral Matsyasana. So I'll demonstrate this. Please observe. Lie down on the back. Keep legs straight because we are performing Saral Matsyasana. Now, by taking help of your elbow, you have to lift your chest. There should be arch on the chest, and then try to touch your top portion of the head on the ground. Rest your head on the ground. So Sahasrara or crown portion of the head will touch to the ground. See that neck is expanded. So I'm bending neck backward. Keep hand straight. Breathe normal. You can perform deep breathing. After that, again, with the help of elbow, you have to bring neck up, chest down, and normal. So you have to do this very slowly. Very controlled neck movement should be there. Otherwise, there may be pain in neck. So do it carefully, do it slowly. I shall perform it once again. With the help of elbow, you have to inhale and take your chest up. There should be arch in your upper body. Then bring your neck backside. Try to touch crown part of your brain to the ground. Breathe normal. Again, with the help of elbow, move your head at normal position and then chest down and relax. This Sarala Matsasana. Now, what are the benefits of this? Let's understand benefits. Sarala Matsasana is very important to improve our thyroid and parathyroid glands. Now, if functioning of thyroid, parathyroid glands is good, our body will be proper balance and thyroid related diseases will not be there. So for stretching this is very important. See, asana practice, it's very important that we should bend our body backward, then forward is required. Forward bending will be required. If you are forward bending, then backward bending is required. So we have to repeat our bending in both directions simultaneously. Now, when we perform Uttana Padasana or Ardha Halasana, how is our bending? We are bending, means when we lift our leg, there is neck position is almost like this, correct? In Ardha Halasana also, neck position like this. So this particular portion is like this. So now we have to do it in the reverse way. So this will be required. So this particular Matsasana is a complementary asana for Sarvangasana and Ardha Halasana. So after performing Ardha Halasana or Sarvangasana, we must perform Matsasana to counter effect of the Jalandhar Bandh. What is Jalandhar Bandh? I have to explain. I have not yet explained. But in short, what you can understand in simple way right now is if you are bending forward, you have to bend backward. If you bend backward, you have to bend forward so that your spine and cervical spine, that spondylosis, gets equal kind of bending. Similarly, if you bend to the right, you have to bend to the left. If you bend to the left, then you have to bend to the right. So this balancing is required. So to balancing the effect of Jalandhar Bandh, this Matsasana is highly required. Matsasana is important asana which will be good asana for asthmatic patient. So if a patient is suffering from asthma, then for asthma, this particular asana is very good practice. Asthmatic patient should perform Matsasana every day. They will get good relief because of this, you are expanding chest. So when chest is expanded, more breath is taken, and that is good for asthmatic patients. It is good for diabetic also because we are pressurizing into our abdominal organs also. So let's perform Saral Matsyasana. All of you lie down on back. Lie down on back. Legs straight. You can take help of your elbows because you will find it very easy when you take the help of elbows. Or you can do with the help of your hands also. You can keep hands near your head and you can try to lift your chest. You can do that, that's okay. Otherwise, take the help of elbows. Now, while inhaling, keep hands near head in reverse way, or using elbow, you can lift your chest and try to then bend backward. Try to touch your crown of the head to the ground. Very good. Very good. Now release Matsyasana with the support of your hand. First head normal, chest down. Do it slowly. Come, release Matsyasana and come in Shavasana position. Come in supine position. From supine, come to the sitting posture, and from sitting, come to the standing posture. We shall practice standing postures now. So let's practice Ardha Chakrasana. We shall practice Ardha Chakrasana. For Ardha Chakrasana, stand straight, legs together, hands back, fingers left, your thumb backside, rest 4 fingers the front side. While inhaling, you have to bend back as much as you can. Bring your elbows together. Breathe normal. While exhaling, come forward. We have learned this. This is repetition for us. So one more time, please perform Ardha Chakrasana. Slow movements are required. Bring your elbows together. Elbows as much as close. Elbows as much as close so that your chest is expanded, so that lungs capacity will improve. Come at normal position. Next, we shall practice Kati Chakrasana. Kati Chakrasana. Hand straight. Exhale and bend towards right. Now to bend to your best. Hold the posture. Hold the posture for 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come at the center. Again, while exhaling, bend left. Hold the posture. Hold the posture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While inhaling, come at the center. While exhaling, hands down. Now let's perform Shavasana once again. So all of you, go in Shavasana, lie down on back, lie down on back. Shall perform quick shavasana for half a minute. Relax your whole body. Take breath normal. Now be ready to release shavasana. Bend at left and come at sitting posture. We shall perform Kapalabhati. So sit in any comfortable posture. Padmasan, Ardha Padmasan, Swastikasana, Sukhasana. But sit straight, back straight, head straight. Hands in Dhyana Mudra. On thighs, keep hands on the thighs. Eyes closed. First we'll perform normal breathing for 3 times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now shall perform Kapalabhati, that is forceful exhalation for 20 rounds. Don't move your shoulders. Back should be straight. Otherwise, there may be injury. So keep back straight. Start Kapalabhati. Forcefully at exhale. Don't pay attention to the inhale. Perform 20 rounds of Kapalabhati. चन 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 वो श्वास जब आप एक्सेल करते हो तो वो साउंड आती है, वो आपको सुनना है. Rhythmic sound is required. See that your naval position, naval button is touching to the spine. Pull your stomach inside as much as you can. So while exhaling, your stomach should go inside as much as it can. Pull the stomach inside. Finish 20 rounds and relax. Inhale and exhale. So this is Kapalabhati, Kapadosha Vishoshini. Because of Kapalabhati, around about 15 diseases related to cough are cured. Now let's perform next alternate nostril breathing, which is a preparatory practice for performing pranayama. So we shall perform alternate breathing nostril, Anulom Vilom Nadi Shodhan Kriya. So left hand in Dhyana Mudra, right hand in Pranav Mudra. You have to bend your first 2 fingers, last 2 fingers will be straight, thumb will be straight. Then you have to keep hand in this posture, elbow pointing down. Close your right nostril. You have to inhale through left and exhale through right. Inhale for 5 counts, exhale for 5 counts. Correct? So you shall then repeat it with the right inhale, left exhale. So alternate nostril breathing. Now start. Inhale through left for 5 counts. Exhale through right nostril for 5 counts. Now inhale through right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale through left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale through left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. So right now we perform alternate nostril breathing with 1:1 ratio. From tomorrow we shall change this ratio. We shall do it for 1:2. Means we shall inhale it for 5 counts and exhale it for 10 counts. So we shall prolong our exhalation. See, we want to throw out carbon dioxide from our body as much as we can. So we have to prolong our exhalation. Correct? That is recommended. So we shall inhale for 5 counts, exhale for 10 counts. So this practice we shall do it tomorrow. Today we shall learn new pranayam. That is called as Brahmari. Brahmari pranayam. Brahmar means Bhaura. How Bhaura sounds? Bhaura ne kiya gunjan gana. So we have to do gunjan of Bhaura through our throat. And because of this, because of vibrations of that sound, we get natural calmness in mind. If you're suffering from anxiety, then this is the best pranayam. You can calm down your body very nicely. Now, actually, alternate nostril practice is required for every disease. For every disease, whatever patient is having disease, we can ask that patient to perform alternate nostril breathing. It is good. Brahmari is required for anxiety problems. If you want relaxation to the mind, then Brahmari is very good exercise. So I'll demonstrate how to perform Brahmari. Watch me. You have to use your 2 fingers and just close your ears. Gently you have to close your ears. And then you'll inhale, hold your breath, and then you will start gunjan. Correct? So you can do this gunjan for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, depending on your capacity. Once you can't capacity, you have to again inhale and start the gunjan. Correct? So let's start. I'm demonstrating. Please observe. So I close my ear. Now I'm inhaling. You can close your ear holes by this earpiece also. That is also possible. You can close ears with this portion of your ear. So with that also you can close your earbuds. Or we can use Shanmukhi Mudra. So keep this index finger on your eyes, this finger and this finger like this, your long finger, middle finger on your nose, and with this thumb you can close your ear. So Shanmukhi Mudra practice we can do it later on. Today we can try out in this way. So you close your ear hole by using this portion of the ear. Just press it here. So that will be closed. And then after closing this, you have to start Bhavar Gunjan. So let's practice. Be ready for Brahmari Pranayam. Sit straight. Use your finger. Close the ear bead. And straight. And straight. Then inhale. And you have to start with Bhavar Gunjan. Again inhale and repeat the procedure. Stop practice, hands down. Stop practice, hands down. This is Bhramari Pranayama. It gives cooling effect to our mind. So anxiety, depression people will be benefited a lot. So nowadays depression is increasing. So in that scenario, this pranayama is very useful. Okay, let's conclude our session. Sit straight. Breathe normally. Omkar 3 times. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukhabhag Bhavet, Ma Kaschit Dukhabhag Bhavet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Quick Shanmon. Hands in Namaskar. Rub your palm. Put hands on face. Gently open your eyes with smile. Hari Om. Wish you a good day. Shall meet tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Hari Om.